Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my lovelies. If you've never been here before, I'm so happy you found me. I do so hope you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap, y'all. Y'all, I am the queen of the drugstore. I love some drugstore makeup, and we have so many new goodies to play with today. I am so stoked about it. I cannot wait to dive into this with you guys. My fingers have just been itching to play with all this stuff, and I have made myself wait. I have made myself wait for you guys, so that should tell you how much I love you. So we have almost a full face of new drugstore goodies to play with today. I'm gonna get started. It's gonna be kind of a longer video. Y'all know it takes forever for me to do my base. I already have my eyes done. I did my eyes live over on my Facebook page. I was about to say channel, but it is a page. The link for that will be in the description box below, along with everything that we use in today's video. So please go ahead, go over and check that out. I promise you, it's always so much fun. I usually go live every Monday. This week I was a little bit late, but for the most part, I go live every Monday morning. I really, really hope to see you there next time. So this is what we did for the eyes. I'm so in love with it. Guys, we are enjoying Pride Month already. I'm getting started a little bit late this month, but it's been crazy town already. But this is what the eye look looks like. I am so in love with it. I think it is so pretty. We did pastel and neons. We kind of mixed the two, and I think the juxtaposition is so beautiful. I used two different palettes to get this look. The first of which being, I put them up here out of the way. Let me get my sister's birthday present out of the way. Does anybody else use this perfume? This is the Fancy Love by Jessica Simpson. This used to be my signature fragrance until my sister smelled it, and then she just kind of took it over. But every year for her birthday, I usually get her a big giant bottle of it, because she doesn't usually get it for herself. It's not super expensive, but you know, it is what it is. Perfume is one of those things that we don't usually buy ourselves. So every year for her birthday, I get her a big giant bottle, and I have had this one sitting up here on my desk for months, waiting to give it to her. I found it on sale at Burke's. Guys, if you haven't smelled this before, and if you're like a perfume lover, this is so good. It's very feminine, but it's not sweet, it's not floral, it's not, it is so feminine and so just light, but intoxicating. It is fantastic. If you're kind of iffy about smells, because my sister, like, everything gives her a headache. She is so sensitive to perfumes, and this one is just, she loves it. It is one of the most beautiful fragrances, and so distinctive. I've never smelled anything that smells quite like this perfume. Definitely check this out. Again, that's Fancy Love by Jessica Simpson. Oh, so good. I kind of want to keep this for myself because, oh, it's so pretty. I swear, I wore this every day for like years, and then my sister was like, yeah, I like that. And I bought her a bottle, and it was over. It was over. She took it over. It's her signature fragrance now. So for my eyes today, I used two different palettes. The first of which is the Moira. This is the Sweet Delights palette. This is a really beautiful pastel palette. I love the packaging on this as well. But this is what she looks like. I went in for this with the transition area. So I went in first with the purple, then we just did the gradient. So, but again, all that is on my Facebook page if you guys want to go check it out. So I used this one, and then I also used one of my newest palettes in my collection, and one that I am already completely and totally in love with. That is the Blend Bunny Surge palette. Guys, this is an absolutely fantastic palette. Really, it's truly an artistry palette. So you have a row of neons here, a row of pastels here, you have a row of shimmers, a row of really beautiful dark, deep, rich, smoky tones, and then you've got some like grungy, just some grungy primary colors. Really gorgeous. I love this palette so much. So happy to finally have it in my collection. Again, if you guys are curious as to how I got this eye look, please go over to my Facebook page and check out the live. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow my page as well, guys. If you're not following me on all my social medias, I really hope that you do that. I could use the support. I'm telling y'all, I could use the support. So moving on to the new full face of goodies. I went to, guys, these products are coming from all over the place. They're coming from Burke's, they're coming from Walmart. Not all over the place, 2 different places, guys, the same places I go every single time I go shopping. So I got some from Burke's and I got some from Walmart. This first thing is a primer. This is the Marc Jacobs, what is this? This is the Marc Jacobs Undercover Blurring Coconut Face Primer. I picked this up. This is a mini or a travel size. I picked this up for $5. I am very intrigued. I think the packaging is A+. I think it is so sad that Marc Jacobs is not around anymore. That's what it looks like. I'm not sure why they went out of business, but they are not a thing anymore. So I look forward to seeing a bunch of their products pop up, and it smells like coconut, pop up in my Burke's in the next few months, just because now that I know that they're there, the flow is gonna start coming, and I'm hoping to be able to pick up a couple more things just to really test out, though I know it doesn't really matter because, again, they're not really a thing anymore. But still, I still feel bougie knowing that I'm putting something by Marc Jacobs on my face. While that primer sets, I'll talk to you guys about the couple other Marc Jacobs products that I picked up. Not a ton, but everything was just priced so well. I just kind of had to pick it up. I couldn't pass on it. And y'all, I finally got my taxes, so I had a little bit of money to play around with. So we got the primer. Love the primer. I also picked up a couple of the highliners. Now, if you guys have never played with the Marc Jacobs highliners before, they're fantastic. I still really, really love my Milani Stay Put liners. They're my absolute favorite. But the highliners are really, really nice as well. They're not as creamy as the Milani, but they do stay put really, really well. They don't migrate on me. They don't wash away with my watery eyes. They're a really, really great formula. So if you come across these at your Burke's or TJ Maxx or Marshall's, definitely pick them up. So I got quite a few different colors, guys. These were $4 a piece, and that is, you know, it's about the same price, if not a little bit cheaper than my Milani ones, so I went for it. And these are just really beautiful colors. Of course I got the traditional black, because, you know, you can never have too much black eyeliner. And then I also got a couple of different shades. What shade is this? This is, I can never find, this is the shade Ice. This is just a really beautiful white eyeliner right there. Beautifully pigmented, nice and creamy. I also got the shade Glitz Blitz, which is a really beautiful champagne rosy toned kind of pink. You guys can tell I've been swatching, but a beautiful rosy toned pink. It's nice and metallic. I got the shade Glam Jam. Oh, this color is so, so beautiful, guys. Oh, it's this really beautiful, like, metallic berry color. I think that is going to be so much fun. Not sure how I'm going to use that yet, but I will get tons of use out of it. I got Glitz All Right, which is just a really beautiful, deep kind of bronze, metallic bronze color. And then I got Eau Beige, which is, again, just a beautiful nude. But this one has a little bit more of like a champagne metallic to it. That is so pretty. I think that is going to be so brightening in the waterline. I think it's going to be absolutely just gorgeous. And then last but not least, I got All That Glitters. And this one is just a phenomenal, like, pale, soft gold color. Really, really beautiful. And guys, once these set, they do not move. They do not move. So I'm so stoked about that. I also picked up one of the Fenty Mademoiselle matte lipsticks. This is actually in the shade, what is this? This is in the shade One of the Boys. It is an absolutely stunning, stunning purple shade. I'm gonna wear this on my lips, but I don't want to put it on until I have my face done because it looks kind of crazy. But that is the most beautiful, very comfortable, soft matte lipstick. Really, really gorgeous. The packaging, I have to say, is absolutely stunning. I've never used a Fenty product before. This is my first Fenty product, and I'm so in love with it already. I cannot wait to see more of these at my local Burke's, because Mama's gonna have a lot of Fenty, because as much as it's gonna come in, Mama's gonna bring it home. This is beautiful. I love this so much. I love the component. I love the color. I love the way that it feels on the lips. Really, really awesome. I also picked up a couple of the Marc Jacobs singles. Now, I don't have a ton of use for single shadows. I'm more of a palette girl. So these will probably go into a giveaway. I'm not sure, but I picked up 3 different shadows. I'm going to swatch them, so if I put these in a giveaway, know that they're swatched, but they've never been used. And my hands are clean. They're always clean when I come in and sit down to do my makeup. So the first one is, these are the Omega Shadows Gel Powder Eyeshadow Singles. The first one is in the shade Oh Snap. And I haven't opened these yet. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful compact. So it is a powder compact shadow. It's got its own mirror. That is the color of the shade. And then to swatch it, oh, that feels delicious. That is one of the smoothest, creamiest feeling eyeshadows I think I've ever touched in my life. Guys, that is beautiful. This is, I can tell already, going to be an absolutely stunning, like one and done kind of eyeshadow. Put a little bit of this through the crease or all over the lid and you're good to go. Oh, so, so beautiful. And I think the compact is just, you can tell that it's quality. You can tell that it is high end because it just feels, it feels heavy. It feels well made. It feels expensive. That's gorgeous. I also picked up the shade Violet. This is from the Runway 9/12 2018. This is Omega Shadow. This is in the shade Violet. I thought the packaging on this was so, so stunning. Super, super cute. I am a sucker for polka dots anyway. This is in the shade Violet. Again, same kind of compact, but the shade is just this really beautiful smoky lavender violet color. And oh, same quality, beautifully pigmented, really, really gorgeous, smooth shadow. So that was the shade Violet. And then last but not least, we have the shade Smoky. And I'm assuming this is going to be like another pretty brown color. Same compact again. Oh my gosh, it's not. This one has been touched and used though. See, that's always the risk you run getting stuff from Burke's or Marshall's or TJ Maxx like that. You always run the risk of getting something someone's already put their fingers in, and that makes me so sad because it's the most beautiful kind of periwinkle, smoky, gray blue color. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm gonna see if I can sterilize it, and I'm gonna use it anyway. Oh, look at that color. That is stunning. That is really, really beautiful. Okay, gorgeous. I love the compact. They feel so heavy and sturdy and well made. Goodness gracious. Y'all, if I was a millionaire, I probably would keep the cosmetics industry going just on my own, because I really do love makeup so very freaking much. It is one of my absolute favorite things. Okay, so that's most of the stuff that I got from Burke's. Let's go ahead and jump into the actual makeup portion of this video now that the primer has set and we're good to go. So the new foundation that I'm going to use is this new one from Neutrogena. This is the Sensitive Skin Serum Foundation. Pro Vitamin B5 helps maintain skin's moisture barrier for healthy looking skin. I got mine in the shade Light 02. I don't know if it's going to be too light for me. It looks like it might be a little bit yellow. I'm more pink toned, but we'll see. We'll see if we can make it work. I'm assuming that this is going to be pretty light coverage. If you guys are wondering why my shirt is dirty, I was playing with pigments earlier. I was playing with neon pigments, and y'all, that pigment, the powder got everywhere. I have pink stains all over my shirt. It's a brand new white tank top too, so I'm really, really hoping that they come out. I wonder if these pigments are going to stain my eyelids as well. That's something I always worry about when I'm using pigments or even pressed pigments, is the staining. Not that it really, really bothers me too awful much, but you know, I do my makeup every single day and I don't really use like concealer or anything with coverage on my lids to prep them. So I do try to get the staining off. If it does stain, I will put something in a pinned comment on the Facebook video and let you guys know that it does stain. So this has a cute little dropper applicator. Let's drop a couple dots on the face. We'll start off with that much, and then if we need more, we'll use more. Oh yeah, super, super light kind of coverage. I'm going to smear this out or blend this out with my fingers first, and then go back in with a sponge to kind of even everything out. But I can already tell this is going to be a super, super light coverage foundation. It feels really hydrating though. It feels really nice on the skin. It's got a nice kind of slip to it. That's nice. It evened out my tone just a little bit. But I can already tell you this probably is not going to be my favorite kind of formula, just because it doesn't have barely any kind of pigmentation to it. You guys know I'm not like a super full coverage kind of gal, but I do like a good solid medium coverage, light medium coverage kind of foundation, just to help. Look at the finish it's leaving on my skin though. Wow, that's beautifully luminous. That is really pretty. I really, really like the finish. I do wish it had just a little bit more coverage to it, but I can see from the way that it's laying on my skin that this would be stunning for like a no makeup day, or for one of those days where I'm just kind of trying to even out my skin tone a little bit. I just need a little something on my face. This is really beautiful for that. It did even out the redness across my nose a little bit. I mean, it's not completely hidden, but it does look nice. And let's go ahead and take the nose ring out. But it does look like nice and glowy. Like, that's really glowy. It's kind of almost bordering on greasy. And guys, remember, I do have pretty dry skin. I'm going to put a little bit on my sponge and blend it down my neck a little bit. I do have pretty dry skin, so keep that in mind. What works for me might not work for you, just depending on what kind of skin type you have. But this looks really, really beautiful. I'm going to get it on and see if it sets down at all. Let's see if it leaves the skin sticky. My favorite light coverage kind of tint like this it's kind of a tie, because I really, really love the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. If you guys are looking for a more affordable option, mwah, chef's kiss. Freaking phenomenal. It is a phenomenal product. But I also really, really love the L'Oreal True Match Serum Foundation. I think that is absolutely fantastic. It has a little bit more coverage. It's very, very buildable. You can layer it up and build the coverage. Definitely, I think, has even more coverage than the Tinted Hydrator, just because it's so buildable. It is so lightweight on the skin. I would venture to say that the foundation serum from L'Oreal is even more lightweight than the Tinted Hydrator. And not only that, but the L'Oreal dries down completely. It doesn't leave the face sticky or tacky in any way. It gives the skin a really beautiful kind of like mineralized, yet glowy, luminous kind of finish. It's really, really stunning. This finish though is just wow. So I didn't put too awful much of it on, and I'm pretty happy with the way that it's looking on my skin. I do think I'm gonna take a little bit of a concealer and try to fix the redness around my nose and my dark circles. But for an everyday kind of thing, this is a really, really beautiful foundation. I look so healthy and glowy and just like fresh and dewy. That's beautiful. So not a ton of coverage, but really, really beautiful finish. It doesn't set down all the way, but it doesn't feel... It actually feels really nice on the skin. It's not super tacky. So this one actually sets down, I think, even more so than the Tinted Hydrator. My face doesn't feel sticky. I don't feel like I'm going to touch it and pull away all the product. So that's really, really nice. I think let's go into a little bit of a concealer now. I don't know how this kind of full coverage concealer is going to work with this foundation, but we're going to try it because it's a new concealer and I want to test it out. This is the Lottie London Got It Covered Vitamin E Full Coverage Concealer. Guys, I have tested this out and it is so good. I really, really, really enjoy this concealer. Not crazy about the applicator. It's got one of those sponge tip applicators on it. And while I don't think it's really like gross or anything like that, I just don't like the way that it dispenses the product. I would much rather it be a doe foot applicator. And you have to squeeze the bottle quite hard in order to get the product out, but the way that it lays on the skin is so, so pretty. And remember, dry skin here, so a lot of times full coverage concealers just don't work for me because they look super heavy and cakey and dry on my under eye. But this one somehow manages to both cover and self-set because it's self-setting. So you really don't need a ton of powder to set it down. But it manages to do all of that without getting super creasy under my eyes or without making me look super heavy and cakey. I really have been enjoying this concealer a lot. It's definitely still not my favorite. My favorite is still going to be the Wet n Wild Incognito. I really, really love this concealer. But the Lottie London is, you know, is close behind. It's definitely a contender and something that if you've been eyeballing, definitely check it out. I think it's really, really nice. I think the application method needs a little bit of work, but the actual concealer itself is really kind of fantastic. And see, it evened everything out. I feel much more even now, but I don't look heavy or cakey or crepey under the eyes. It's really beautiful. And then it also manages not to be like super matte, because a lot of times a full coverage concealer is going to look really, really matte. It's going to like dry down and mattify everything and make you look pretty flat. This one just kind of, it still manages to give like a really beautiful kind of lifelike skin-like finish. And I don't know how much of that is reflecting on you know, on the camera, but it is really, really beautiful. And I actually like the way that it's playing with this foundation. A lot of times if you try to use a higher coverage concealer with a lighter coverage foundation, you're going to see lines where, you know, the concealer stops or where the two you know, where the two meet. But this actually is playing really, really well with that foundation. So I am a super happy camper at the moment. I'm going to put a little bit more on just to brighten the center of my face. Let's put a little bit on my forehead and my chin. I'm gonna go for something a little bit more, I'm not going for like full glam today. I don't want my face to be like super beat, but I do want to be nicely covered, and I want a little bit of brightening on the center of my face just to help define my face and give it a little bit of shape. This concealer blends out super, super easily as well. Like I said, I've just been really liking this concealer quite a bit. It blends out best with a sponge, in my opinion. I guess if you didn't have dry skin like I do, it might look nice with a brush, but I kind of depend on the added moisture a sponge gives products just for that extra kind of glow and for that extra little hint of moisture. But it's really beautiful. My skin actually looks really, really nice. I'm going to take a quick close-up look of it. Yeah, that looks beautiful under my eyes. I actually am super, super even. I look more red on camera right now than I do in real life. I'm not sure why my camera always does that. But I actually look really, really even. This looks really pretty. It looks very, very lifelike, not too matte, but not like super glowy and greasy either. That's nice. That's really nice. Wait a second. No, it looks good. I have a dry patch on the side of my nose right here, and the concealer is clinging to that dry patch. So that doesn't look the best. It's not my favorite. So I definitely, I don't know. It hasn't done that before, so I don't know if I just didn't moisturize enough, or, I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but it is clinging. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it is clinging just a little bit to that dry patch right there. So just be warned, it does like to cling a little bit, but underneath the eyes, it looks really, really beautiful. It's not making me look heavy. I mean, I have creases and I have fine lines under my eyes, but it's not really accentuating anything. It's not making them look super, super dry. It looks pretty. I think that the next time I want to use that concealer, I would probably use a facial oil first, or go in with my Milani. This is the Milani Green Goddess Eye Cream, and I would probably go in and put a little bit of this on first and then go in with the concealer. There's a little trick for you if you're wanting to use a more mattifying, fuller coverage concealer, and you know you're a little bit dry. Go in first, even after you put your foundation on. Go in with a teeny tiny little bit of an eye cream and just kind of pat it in and let it soak in for just a second, and then go in with your concealer, and it really does help. It makes a giant difference. So next time I use this concealer, I definitely will use my eye cream first. But other than that, I love the finish. I love the way that it's sitting on the face. Moving on, what do we have next? We have, ooh, let's do contour. So I picked up a couple new Wonder Sticks. Now, if you guys have been reading my description boxes on my videos, you guys will know that I use Wonder Sticks quite often. I use a Wonder Stick for contour pretty much every single time I do my makeup. I really like the NYX Wonder Sticks, and I actually have been using the older version. Where is it? The older version is, guys, my desk is a freaking mess. It's a disaster. It's, oh, right here. So this is the older version. This is the NYX Wonder Stick. So on one side, you have like a light toned kind of creamy highlight shade. And then on the other side, you have a contour shade. Now, I really love this one. This is in the shade light medium. Yeah, light medium. I love this contour stick. I love the shade of the contour, but I picked up two different ones. So I picked up, again, light medium. And the thing that's different, not only just the packaging, because the packaging is indeed different, but the thing that's different with these new ones is on one side you have a contour shade, but then on the other side you have a shiny kind of actual highlight shade. And I think that is so much fun. So I'm going to swatch both of these for you, and we're going to try both of these out today and see how that goes. So that is the highlight, and that is the contour shade. So highlight and contour. I'm really excited about the contour shade. The contour shade looks like it's got a little bit of warmth to it, but it's also got a really nice cool toned kind of base to it. So it's going to look like an actual shadow, and it's going to help to actually contour my face instead of just looking like I've got a butt ton of bronzer up there. So let's go in and start contouring. I want to put a little bit where I would normally contour, a little bit up here, and I'm interested to see if the actual formula is a little bit different. I never had a problem with the contour side of the old stick, but the cream side, like the lighter tone side, was just bad. It was just not good at all. So I'm hoping that, you know, they've kind of improved things. I never had any kind of problems with blendability or anything like that. I'm going to take my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, and I'm just going to use upward stippling motions to kind of stipple this into my skin. Beautifully blendable. It's just kind of melting into my skin. I'm just kind of tapping it in, and it's doing everything I need it to do. This is definitely more pigmented than the older formula. The older formula was I would say more buildable, whereas this is like pigment, like right on the spot. That's definitely darker and more pigmented than the old formula was. The old formula was much more sheer. You definitely, I think, don't need to put as much on as I did. I'm going to go over this with a sponge to help this kind of melt in to my skin a little bit more. But as a whole, that's really pretty. That actually looks really nice. I like the color. It looks pretty natural on me. I probably could have gone with a slightly lighter shade as well. So that makes me happy that I picked up the Universal Light shade as well, because I feel like this one might be even a little bit more gray and work even a little bit better for my skin tone. But it's just tapping right in. I'm not having to put too much effort into what I'm doing either. Just kind of going right in and doing everything is supposed to. I love these things. I also picked up a couple of the blush sticks as well, and I am so freaking excited about those. I love a good blush, and cream blush is so in right now. I love blush, period. I love cream blush. I love powder blush. I just love color, and any way that I can get that on my face in any form usually makes me pretty happy. And I swatched the blush sticks already, and they look absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to take the flat side of my beauty blender and just go around the edges of that contour just to make sure that the edges are nice and blended. I definitely probably overblend, but I would rather be overblended than underblended. There is nothing worse to me than walking around with like a harsh line of anything on my face, contour, blush, highlight. I really like everything to look as seamless and, you know, blended as possible. I really like that color. I like the way that it blended into my skin. Super easy to use, really creamy. The color is fantastic. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's try the highlight side. I know that I'm going to go in with blush and stuff like that later, but I just want to see what the highlight side looks like on the skin. This one is more of like a kind of like a peachy champagne color, and I'm just going to draw it right on. I'm just going to tap it right on to my skin. Already I can tell that's a really beautiful kind of like glow. It's not really metallic. It's more of just a glow. That's really pretty. I think I'm going to tap that in with my fingers as well. This formula also seems super buildable. So I'm sure that you could layer this up and get a really like intense highlight if you wanted to. It just kind of seems like that formula, but it's blending. Just kind of tapping it into the high points of my face. And that took absolutely zero effort. That's a really beautiful kind of lit from within kind of glow. It's not chunky, it's not sparkly, it's just a really beautiful, almost wet look on the skin. Oh, that's beautiful. I like that a lot. It's not lifting the foundation underneath it either. It's working really well with everything else that we have on the face, blended effortlessly. Let's see if we can build it. Let's see if we can get that to be a little bit more intense. Hopefully I can show this to you guys, and hopefully it's showing up well on the camera. That's really pretty. I think that is so pretty. Definitely would be perfect for a, you know, when you're trying to do something a little bit more low-key. If you want to stick to like cream powders and get that like wet look on your skin, this is perfect for that. It looks to me like a really beautiful, I don't know how subtle it is, but it looks to me like a pretty subtle lit from within kind of glow. Oh, how pretty. How pretty is that? Let's put a little bit down the center of the nose. We'll try to keep everything creams and liquids today. We'll go for a really beautiful kind of glowy base. I don't have any powders to show you guys today anyway. Oh, how pretty is that? Okay, I love that. I love that. This is definitely a big giant step up from the other formula. Guys, the other side of the Wonder Stick was basically just a waste for me. I never touched it. I didn't like the way that it looked on my skin. It just wasn't good, but this is such a big giant step up. I feel like that has given my face such a glow and brought so much life and like luminosity to my skin. That is fantastic. Let's put a little bit on the chin as well. I usually like a little bit of glow on the chin, and it's so easy to use. Like, it's not moving anything. That's fantastic. Ooh, I love that. So I also picked up a couple of the blush. Where did they go? I picked up a whole thing of new stuff from the drugstore. So I also got a couple of the blush Wonder Sticks. I got two different shades. So I got, this is Light Peach and Baby Pink. And then I also got Coral and Deep Peach. I'm going to swatch both of these for you. So this is Light Peach. And this is... Okay, so this is Baby Pink and this is Light Peach. Both really, really beautiful, beautiful colors. I think universal as well. I feel like these would look stunning on a bunch of different skin tones. And then the second stick I got was, this is Coral and Deep Peach. Coral and Deep Peach. So I think this one is geared more towards darker complexions and this one for medium complexions. I know that they had 3 different color variations. I like a little bit of a deeper blush though, so I picked the deeper options, but I think they're all stunning. I will say these two look pretty similar. I'm not seeing too much of a difference. I think this is the Coral shade, this is Coral, and this is Deep Peach. I think the Coral and the Peach shade look super similar. This one has maybe just a touch more peach or orange in it, but they're all really beautiful. I'll use every single one of these shades. Perhaps not the Deep Peach shade. It seems just a little bit dark for me, and I think would probably show up more like a bronzer on me than anything else, but I love the tones here. I think for today's look, let's go in with Baby Pink, shall we? Let's use Baby Pink, because I think that is going to be the one that is going to complement this look the most. You get a fair amount of product in here. I don't remember how much these cost, but I think it was around like $6 or $7. I'm going to start just kind of tapping this onto my skin. Nicely pigmented as well. Let's do that on both sides. I like to take my blush high up to my temple, and then I'm going to blend this out with a beauty blender and see how well that works, what the pigmentation is going to look like. Let's just take the flat side of my beauty blender with gentle pressure and just kind of tap this out. Oh, well, that was easy. Wow. Guys, these are so easy to use, and I think, again, super layerable and buildable. You can pretty much build these up to the intensity that you want. I think that this formula is super versatile, easy to use, very beginner friendly, very on the go friendly. They're super quick to just kind of throw on the face and go. Perfect for summer. They leave you with that little bit of like dewy luminosity, but they don't feel sticky or tacky on the skin. That was another thing I was a little bit worried about. I was worried that it was going to end up leaving my skin sticky. I don't feel like they dry down all the way, but they don't leave the skin with so much of a tack that you feel like it's going to bother you. And trust me, I am not one who enjoys having sticky skin. I always have my hair down, and I cannot stand it when my hair sticks to my skin, and I don't think I'm going to have that kind of problem with these products. I don't even think that I'm going to set my makeup today. I don't think I'm going to put any kind of powder on. I'm just going to let my skin be super fresh and dewy. This gives you such a beautiful kind of light wash, a very natural looking color. So I am totally into this. I think that is stunning. And then, of course, if you don't want to, you definitely don't have to draw this directly onto your skin. You could definitely take this with a brush. Just kind of swipe your brush and do it that way, and it applies well that way as well. I like to get a little bit of color on my face just where I flush naturally. Get a little bit up on the forehead. Let's do a little bit across the nose. Guys, I feel like my skin looks absolutely fantabulous. I feel like, I don't know, dry? Can't relate. Like, that's how I feel today, because I feel like my skin just looks incredibly glowy, incredibly fresh. I don't even think I'm gonna go in with too much more product than that. I feel like my skin looks good. I feel confident. I feel good. I feel fresh and glowy and young. Like, a lot of times powder will just age you in a freaking heartbeat, and cream products are so helpful when it comes to, like, you know, aging skin. My skin isn't super textured, but guys, I have lines. I have lines everywhere, and powder just, it doesn't matter how great a powder is, it's gonna emphasize that. And with creams, it just kind of reflects light in such a way that it really just kind of smooths everything out, makes you look so, I love it. I am so happy. Did I get a new lipstick? Oh, I did pick up some new lipstick. Now this is kind of like a novelty. So I picked up some of those Q-tip lip stains. I saw these all over TikTok and Instagram, and I kind of was so intrigued I had to try them out. These are, I don't know what brand these are. These are Free Spirit waterproof long-lasting tattoo lipsticks. These say cotton swab lip tint, and I got mine in a variety of colors. So there's a nude, a dark pink, a light pink, and a red. Let's go with the pink today, although I'm not sure. Oh, it says everything's labeled on there for you. So you have nude. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. That says nude. This says pink right there, and then boom goes the dynamite. I told y'all it's a mess. It's an absolute mess up here. I definitely 100% need another dresser. We also have red, and then last but not least, we have rose red. So what should we do today? Let's do pink. Let's just do pink, because I feel like that is what is going to look the best with this look, because I have pink everywhere. It says how to use. Put the cotton swab vertically, break the end with a horizontal line mark. Lip tattoo liquid will flow to another end. Wait for a few seconds. When the outer end be full soaked with the tip tattoo liquid, you can use it. Okay. All right. So we're going to break it and we're going to use it. How do we get this open though? That's why we have scissors. Scissors are a beautiful thing. Love a good pair of scissors. And wow, it's an actual cotton swab. I'm so intrigued. So it says break at the line. Oh, and then it flows. Oh wow. Okay, so juicy. And then it says to line. Wow. Okay, first off, not super excited about the color with this look, but wow, that was so easy to apply. Wow, it made it super easy to to apply and to line the lips, because it's a Q-tip, guys. I use freaking Q-tips for everything. So it just made it super easy to like be really precise and line the lips. It feels like there's nothing on my lips. They're not sticky. It doesn't feel drying. Wow. I thought for sure that this was going to be kind of like a fluke and not actually work, but I'm kind of living. So if you guys have been eyeing these or have been intrigued with them the way that I am, I think that these are so awesome. I'm gonna, let's do the kiss test. Let's see if anything transfers. Nada. Nada. Maybe just the tiniest little bit is on there. Oh, wow. That's kind of awesome. Guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I sure enjoyed, you know, filming it. I always have so much fun with new products, new drugstore products. New drugstore videos are one of my very favorite videos to film. I feel like the drugstore is really stepping up its game. It is, besides the fact that I got my hair done and I love it so much, I feel like the drugstore is really upping its game. It is coming out with some seriously high quality products for, I mean, the prices are going up too, but guys, that's with everything. Gas is freaking $5 a gallon now. I mean, it's insanity. But I love this taste of makeup. I feel so beautiful. I feel like my skin looks phenomenal. I am so happy. Guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you in some small way. As always, no filters, no edits, no fancy lighting. It's just me sitting here playing with my makeup, hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. And, you know, let me know, like, what was your favorite product? Have you guys tried any of this? Does your makeup fall off and try to clobber you too? I swear that was that was interesting. But guys, until next time, please stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Everything I used in today's video will be in the description box below, along with all of the links to my other socials. And yeah, guys, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.